Good morning for this Thursday, June 13th, and we are currently looking at the E-Mini S&P 500 futures market. As you recall, yesterday the market sold off pretty nice, as you can see. Sold off right back to that 50 exponential moving average. A little up off of last week's low right in here. Today opened up a little lower, and we're actually rallying. So it'll be interesting to see if the market attempts to try to do a retest of last week's low, this correction low right in here. But as you recall, when we measured those fibs from the all-time high to this low, again, the market came up to the 50, actually between the 50 and 61% retracement right in here. And just as expected, resistance came in right in here, and the market is sold off. So it'll be very interesting to see if we can push lower or what we're going to do. But I'm really keying in on this level. I'd love to see the market test this low. If we're not able to test this low and we end up coming up through this high here, then I think we could, of course, push higher. But until either of those extremes are reached, I'm really not looking to do anything exciting in here, quite frankly. All right, let's move on to TBT. TBT got a nice rally yesterday. Again, we're flirting around these highs, these year highs right here, right? We've broken through a marginally here, came down to a beautiful support level before bouncing back up, made a new high right in here, and we've kind of been dinking around, right? I mean, we've got a huge engulfing pattern, right? This bar right here, and then yesterday was an inside pattern, right? Lower high and a higher low. And then today so far, we've got a higher low. And of course, the high so far, I mean, the market's only been open for an hour and a half. So it'd be very interesting to see if we can get two consecutive inside patterns in here. The market's starting to consolidate. We'll see where the market can break to. But as you already know, I'm already long this market from right in here. And then just a little here as the market broke up. All right. Again, this is an interest rate play, and as interest rates move higher, the TBT ETF should also move higher. Okay. And again, this is more of a long-term play. All right. Let's take a look at the other two stocks that I mentioned yesterday. The first one we'll look at is Netflix. As I told you yesterday, this was put on my watch list. As you can see down in here, the market has finally traded down to that 50 exponential moving average, getting close to this low, which is the top of that gap, right? We've gapped. So we're looking at this level to act as support, the same way we looked at it on the E-Mini S&P 500 last week when the market came down and actually filled that gap and then bounced up significantly. I would look for the same thing to occur here on Netflix down in here. Okay, so we're getting real close to testing this low and real close to trying to fill that gap. So I'm still watching. If we were to get, let's say tomorrow we get a tight inside pattern where the market's not able to take out the high or the low of today's high and low, then I would be looking to buy them this market above the highs. But let's just wait. We don't want to be premature on this one. And then eBay is just pushing a little lower here. I know it's on my watch list, but and I know the bars are red now, which denotes a technical downtrend based on what I do, right? We're starting to break down through that 200 exponential moving average as well. So yes, it's on my watch list. Am I really excited about this right now? No. Here, let's squeeze this chart up a little bit. Obviously, overall, trend is up long term, and I want to take a look at specific what I call reflection points, and those are visual horizontal support and resistance levels. I'll call this one a big one right there. Let me explain that to you real quick again. This high was put in, came down. Once this high was taken out again right in here, this became what I call an active low, which is a rather significant low here. Runs up to this high, comes down to this low, and then makes a high right here, which is significant low, and that's close to this low. So these are big points here. If these lows are broken to the downside, then I would look to aggressively be looking to sell eBay. But until that happens, I would still be bullish, but I would definitely need to see a price pattern of some sort before actually initiating a trade to the long side. So that's how I'm looking at this. All right, so there you have it. If you get any questions, let me know. Have a profitable day and hope this video helps. Bye for now.